Here's one thing you didn't know about every single Treyarch Zombies map. One thing you didn't know about Nakda and Toten is that despite the map being created as part of a post-campaign Easter egg mode, it's actually based on a part of the campaign mission, Hard Landing. The building also features in the multiplayer map Airfield, although it was further modified to look more built up to fit the aesthetic of the Zombies mode. Different versions of the map continue to feature in many of the newer Call of Duty Zombies games, for example in Transit, D-Machine, and also when it was remastered for Chronicles in Black Ops 3. One thing you didn't know about Verrucht is that in the Polish version of World at War, the map was actually known as Sanitarium for the Insane Zombies. If you knew that, you may not know that there's actually a quick revive poster opposite Double Tap that features a different icon. This was later changed in the Black Ops 1 and Black Ops 3 version of the map. One thing you didn't know about Shinonuma is that if Peter McCain somehow falls from the ceiling in the spawn room, you'll be sent back to round 1 should you touch him. Furthermore, downstairs of the starting hut you can find a note on the ground that mentions Derice. Speaking of which, one thing you didn't know about Derice is that there is a board that shows pictures of zombies in Paris underneath the Eiffel Tower. It was planned at the time to have Paris release as a map in the 4th DLC, but it was later scrapped. One thing you didn't know about Kino de Toten is that some eerie pictures of the map can be found on the CIA system under the username VBush. The pictures show early drawings of the spawn room, the theatre room, and the outside alley. One thing you didn't know about 5 is that there is a portrait of Dr. Richtofen in a room, matching the portrait that can be found in Kino de Toten. In a cipher from Black Ops 4 map Classified, it was discovered that the portrait is a part of Richtofen's deal with the Americans. If you knew that, maybe you didn't know that in the Wii version of Black Ops 1, the map is missing completely. Strangely enough though, the opening cutscene does play following the campaign, but it simply redirects the player to the main menu once finished, instead of starting the map. One thing you didn't know about Ascension is that it's the only map in which zombies will try to dodge bullets by sidestepping or rolling towards the player. This is only the case in the Black Ops 1 version. One thing you didn't know about Call of the Dead is that the radios reveal the original meeting between Tank Dempsey and Edward Richtofen.
Log entry 1473. Date, September 17th, 1945. Diary. Today... Hands off me, you damn dirty Nazi. Uh-oh. It doesn't look good. Yeah, that's right. You want some of this? I'm taking you home in fags. Freak. Nine. I don't think so, America. Okay, now. I suppose this must be the replacement specimen. Time to get to work. I can still hear you. Hit him again with the stick!
This reveals to us that the map is an old 935 facility where Richtofen operated on the original crew. One thing you didn't know about Shangri-La is that Dempsey shoots the Olympia 3 times in the trailer before reloading. One thing you didn't know about Moon is that it was meant to be set in the aforementioned Paris. This has since been revealed by a former Zombies producer, however early signs of this being true could be found within the game files as the console codename for the map is zombie_Paris. Also revealed later was the fact that the No Man's Land area was initially designed for the Paris map, where the Pack-a-Punch machine would be found directly under the Eiffel Tower. One thing you didn't know about Transit is that the Skrillex song I'ma Try It Out was originally planned to be an Easter egg song on the map, however this was scrapped and was instead used in the Black Ops 2 campaign. Come to think of it though, I'm not entirely sure where this song could be used within the map. One thing you didn't know about Die Rise is that there are a group of survivors known as the Flesh, who ate the flesh of the undead in order to survive due to a lack of resources. The group are eventually wiped out by zombies, however Stuhlinger, one of the playable characters in the map, was one of the only people to escape alive. A hidden TV message reports that exposure to Element 115, or in this context eating the zombies, can have side effects such as short-term memory loss, psychosis, delusion, and paranoia, all of which we see in some of the characters from this crew. Within Die Rise, while playing as Stuhlinger, you'll hear groans which go unheard by the other players, an evident side effect from his time with the Flesh. One thing you didn't know about Mob of the Dead is that in the Grief version Cell Block, Richtofen's zombie head was planned to feature as a special item, however was later cut due to the inconsistency within the storyline. One thing you didn't know about Buried is that when the player isn't in the maze, it will randomly change its mapping to one of 7 different configurations every 10 seconds. Origins is our long teased trip to France within the storyline, however it still is not in Paris. One thing you may not have known about Origins though is that the original trailer uploaded to Treyarch's YouTube channel misspelt Nikolai Belinsky's name as Nikolai Belinksy. One thing you didn't know about Shadows of Evil is that it's actually got its own theme park ride at Six Flags. The ride has 2 cut quotes of the Shadow Man as well as a mark of the beast on the metal board. One thing you may not have known within the game though is that there is actually a secret room underneath the Pack-a-Punch machine which can only be reached when in beast mode. Der Riesendrak was originally titled Der Riesendrachen, which translates to the Iron Kite. Remnants of this old title remain on the map, as some of the posters in the gondola station still retain the title Der Drachen. The map strangely lacks continuity, as the full biography for the map states that it's set in Germany, while the in-game description and the loading screen information state that in fact it takes place in Austria. Furthermore, during the intro cutscene, the robot the character's pilot has its left arm and visor broken as the crew evacuate it. However, in-game, the robot can be seen propped up against a mountain with its arm and visor fully intact. One thing you didn't know about Zetsubo no Shima is that it was an abandoned Division 9 research facility inspired by Unit 731, which was used in World War II. It was used to conduct tests on Chinese civilians that were captured during their invasion. Experiments such as suffocation, freezing and burning were conducted alongside many other horrifying tests, all of which add to the eeriness of Zetsubo. Evidence of these experiments are shown when Primus arrive on the island, where they fought Ultimus Takeo, who had been turned into a giant thrasher. They were eventually able to free him and reverse the effects of his mutation. One thing you didn't know about Gerard Crovey is that there is a street sign with the name Richard Rodriguez. This is the name of the winner of the Be a Zombie contest held by Activision and Treyarch. One thing you didn't know about Revelations is that it's codenamed ZM_Genesis. Genesis is the first book in the Bible, while Revelation is the final one. In the intro cutscene of Voyage of Despair, the captain of the RMS Titanic can be seen transforming into a zombie. One thing you didn't know about 9 is that the Brazen Bull, the name of the shield in the map, comes from the name of a torture device. I'll let you research into that yourselves. One thing you didn't know about Blood of the Dead is that in the poster, Dempsey can be seen holding the KN-44, while Richtofen is pictured holding the Mauser, both of which aren't present in the game at all. Treyarch makes light out of their own gaming classified as a jump scare using the image of Primus Richtofen from the PS3 and Xbox 360 versions of Black Ops 3 can be seen. The sound used originates from the Black Ops campaign mission USSD, where Alex Mason has a vision of shooting John F. Kennedy. One thing you didn't know about Dead of the Night is that a newspaper can be found in Voyage of Despair, which recounts the events of Dead of the Night. However, the newspaper is dated March 10th, 1912, even though the map is set on March 20th, 1912. One thing that you may not have known about Ancient Evil is that it's based on the city of Delphi. One thing you didn't know about Alpha Omega is that nothing in-game changes if you remain above ground in theater mode during the nuke explosion. One thing you didn't know about Tag Datoan is that it's possible to see Mars on the map. This rare Easter egg wasn't discovered until just over a year ago and remains as one of Zombie's rarest achievements to date. One thing you didn't know about D Machine is that it's the 9th map that Nacta and Toten physically appears in. One thing you didn't know about 5AC is that the music you can hear while Peck is dancing during the Easter egg is the Windstaff gramophone music from Origins.
Only have the 10. You wore the necklace from your 40th. Bought it at Dahlia's, your favorite.
One thing that you didn't know about Outbreak is that the radios at fishing spots play music from the map Buried. One thing you didn't know about Mauer der Toten is that the bar in the East Berlin streets is called Der Verrückt Kneipe, which translates to the Crazy Bar, a reference to the map Verrückt. One thing you didn't know about Forsaken is that similar to the Reisendrache, the map takes place in test site Anna in the west of Ukraine. However, intel from Outbreak shows that the test site is actually located on the eastern part of Ukraine. Anyway, that is one fact which you may not have known about every single Treyarch Zombies map. Make sure you comment down below which fact interested or surprised you the most, and don't forget to drop a like and subscribe if you want to see more videos like this one. Thank you guys for watching, and until then, I'll see you all in the next one. Peace out.